billion as states owe 4.27 trillion naira local debt. Lagos, Rivers, Kaduna, Delta, Edo top chart. Ondo governorship poll, IG bans Amotekun others as 15,500 ad hoc staff deployed. INEC clears 1.7 million voters for Saturday poll, 295,856 PVCs uncollected. Just by the look of the punch, you find troops launch manhunt as Lukarawa intensifies killings in Sokoto, Kebbi. Ministries making illegal requests for workers' promotion, and that's a memo. Some more stories says NLC gives governors December 1 deadline for minimum wage payment. To the red corner, husband arrested for allegedly setting wife ablaze in Ogun. And lastly, from the Punch, traders demand 3.4 billion naira compensation for Lagos market demolition.
Right, let's go to the Guardian now. Delayed 2025-2027 MTEF threatens budget cycle. That's a lead story from the Guardian newspaper today. 2027, Jonathan Obi Kwakonso's names resound as political jostling intensifies. Arewa Group Uriwa Sani nudge north to accept Tinubu's tax reforms. NLC threatens strike from the 1st of next month, demands wage review over worsening hardship. Stranded oil wells, old facilities stall 2.5 million barrels per day oil production. That's also from The Guardian today. Stop Wike governors from giving cars and houses to judges, Serap tells Tinubu. Experts underscore employees' mental health amid rising workplace depression. Front page of The Guardian today.
All right, and we take a look at the Vanguard newspaper. Minimum wage NLC directs workers in defaulting states to begin strike December 1. Again, vandals attack TCN towers, disrupt power supply to Abuja. NBF to Tinubu, rethink subsidy removal, naira devaluation. Labour fumes over unpaid pension to get to aged seafarers. Federal government urges investors to tap into Nigeria's $2 billion sugar industry. We take a look at some more here. Energy crisis hampering Nigeria's industrial growth, according to the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria. Petrol banks creating 3.5 trillion naira loan for imports. On hunger, children scavenge for leftovers at parties, prayer houses. 75 billion naira manufacturing intervention fund fully allocated, according to the federal government. Why currency outside banks will keep rising. And lastly, from the Vanguard, Obi can emerge as president in 2027. We will prepare very well, Tanko.
All right, let's go to the Tribune newspaper now. Presidency gets hard on Atiku, says he's envious of Tinubu's position. Nigeria's tax system, among most backward worldwide, contains 1939 laws. That's Mr. Taiwo Yedele, the chairman of the Presidential Tax Reform Committee. New terrorist group in Northwest, crush it now, ACF tells federal government. Acting Chief of Army Staff in Sokoto calls for citizens' cooperation. Investors scout for returns as 12 companies embark on 2.26 trillion capital raising activity. NLC demands action on worsening hardship economic crisis as Nigerians groan under high transportation cost. IGP bans Amotekun vigilante from Ondo polls. NSCD deploys 6,000 operatives. On the lines, Tribune and 75, a bouquet of stories, as a special report from the Tribune newspaper this morning.
To the Premium Times paper, we look at this one. Says ASU abandons lecturer unjustly sacked 22 years ago. Nigerian lawmakers violate country's law, ignore PWD's needs despite spending 42 billion naira on renovations. Mpox, WHO, Africa, CDC develop vaccination plan for Africa. Ondo decides political parties offer voters no chance of electing first female governor. We'll also take a look at this one. Editorial out of the Premium Times says never again the shameful treason trial of minors. Ondo poll, Ganduje solicits support for Ayedatiwa. Again, presidency attacks Atiku for suggesting what he would have done differently from Tinubu. End Bad Governance Advocacy Group writes CGN Speaker Abbas over minors detention trial calls for probe. I'll deliver Kano to APC in 2027. Minister acting COAS embarks on maiden operational tour to Sokoto. And lastly, out of the Premium Times, this one says Kwara Governor inaugurates Governing Council for New University of Education.
All right, let's go to the Daily Post now. Front page, NLC to commence indefinite strike over non-implementation of minimum wage. Accuses Dangote, oil marketers, of inflating petrol price in Nigeria. Few judges tarnishing Nigeria's image. That's from the CGN, 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐒. Niger Governor Bago urges task force to move against those stockpiling food items in the state. Remove all shanties in Abuja, says Wike. Don't pass judgment in favor of friends and government, Emir Sanusi tells judges. Ogun LG polls, opposition parties are unpopular, invisible, says Dakwa Abiodun. You are part of rebellion against PDP in 2024. Northern Group knocks Sule Lamido. I would deliver Kano to APC in 2027. That's according to newly appointed Minister Abdullahi. Why we didn't invite Governor Basiki to Okpebolo's inauguration, APC. 2027, APC dead in spirit. Atiku is coming. That's according to a prophet from Ebonyi State. Gombe, NMPP, ex-Guba candidate Malakatari defects to the PDP. National Grid, TCN attributes blackout in Lokoja to vandalism. Food prices rise highest level in 10 months. That's according to the FAO. And finally, electricity consumers to lose meters not upgraded after November 24. That's according to the Discos. Front page of the Daily Post today.
All right, and moving to this day paper, IG forbids quasi-security outfits during the Ondo Goba election, pledges peaceful poll. Federal government moves to present repeat of PNID. AGF raises committee to audit MOUs on gas projects. Nasima, prevailing high interest rate regime reflects CBN systems disconnect from business. And we'll find this one says minimum wage. NLC directs workers in non-compliant states to begin strike December 1. Presidency, Atiku is undermining Tinubu's government out of envy. We'll take a look at some more here. Fitch projects Naira to slide to 1,993 to $1 by 2028, severely hampering medical imports. OT spends 90 billion naira on Abia debt payment, says state fertile for investments. Chief Justice 𝐃𝐈𝐒𝐂𝐋𝐈𝐒. Few judges are tarnishing the image of judiciary. And so more here says NEPC counsels MSMEs on product certification for export market. We quickly move to the business side of things. It says CGN calls for improved strategies, innovation to protect consumer data. And lastly, out of this day paper, this one says INEC faces another integrity test in Ondo. We go on our first commercial break of the day. When we return, it will be time to dive into the analysis. Do stay with us.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Let me ask you a question. What holds you back when you wake up each morning? Is it the uncertainty of how the day will unfold? And as the day goes on, what makes your heart race? Is it the quiet fear that maybe you're not doing enough? And when it's evening, is it the longing for just a little more time? Whatever it is, remember, challenges don't define you, but how you rise to meet them. Staying connected to your dreams, that's how you break free from limits. Get unlimited data plus up to 6-hour battery backup to keep you connected without interruptions on Airtel 4G 5G Smart Connect. Visit the nearest Airtel shop to find out more. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Ìfẹ́ tí kò lábàwọ́n ni ìfẹ́ ìyá jẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí ohun tó dùn tó bíi Indomie alájẹpọnu lákọlọ. Nítorí náà, fi ìfẹ́ hàn pẹ̀lú Indomie.
Hey, here's a question for you. What gets you out of bed in the morning? Is it the sunrise? The sound of your alarm? No, it's that dream, that drive, that unstoppable force inside you. And you know what fuels that drive? It's starting your day strong with the rich, creamy taste of Nescafe Original 3-in-1, carefully crafted from selected coffee beans. So, whatever your hustle, go from maybe or I can't to I can and I will. Nescafe Original 3-in-1. Start strong, finish strong.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Hi, this is Nene from the boat safety team. You can't see us, but we're right here with you on every boat ride. To your left is the ride insurance team. We insure your ride as soon as your trip starts. To your right is the record audio team. We keep a recording of your trip for 24 hours in case you need it later. And behind you is the customer support team, ready to chat 24/7. We're the boat safety team, by your side on every ride.
Ẹ̀yin fans mi.
It's okay.
Ẹ lọ sórí gbogbo ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ ní 32FM 949 fẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ àsápù.
It's okay.
Ho, ho, ho! My son, help me check this phone. I no know wetin Junior press. E no dey work again.
Make I see. Mommy.
Wetin happen?
They don't block your line now.
Nobody like to chop blocking, no. So, if they don't block you unto say you not link your NIN to your Airtel line, run kitty go any Airtel shop with your NIN to unblock your line today.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
In the cooking game, you need a winning game plan. I'm not just talking about your fresh ingredients, utensils, or cooking skills. I'm talking about your choice of seasoning. Your game plan is incomplete without Maggi chicken flavor. Made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric, it's the game changer. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer.
Good mama, it's the detergent that makes my fabric fresh. It dey foam well, it dey lift dirt, and it dey boost my confidence. Oh yeah. Good mama for every wash. Good mama detergent, mama. Good mama for everyone.
Good mama detergent. Good mama knows best.
Stay tuned to 32FM 94.9.
Thank you for staying tuned to the Break It Down Papers review. It is now 15 minutes to 7, and now we have to dive into the analysis of some of the headlines that we read out to you. And to do that for us, we have Mr. Femi Olukunle in the studio. I am DENIKE Ademuwago.
And I am OLORUNTOBA Yusuf. Mr. Femi, great to have you. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. Good morning to you. And DENIKE, I greet you. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
All right, let's kickstart with the Nigeria Labour Congress NLC raising alarm over the non-implementation of a new national minimum wage. They want to commence an indefinite strike starting from the 1st of December, which is just a few weeks away. The directive was part of a resolution reached after the National Executive Council meeting of the NLC, which was held at the weekend. They are lamenting the current hardship in the country and they want to express their frustration towards the outright refusal by some state government or persistent delay towards the implementation of the minimum wage. What do you make of this decision to embark on the strike from next month?
I will just want to appeal to the EFCC to count it as an offense against the state, against any governor who refuses to implement the national minimum wage, because the president put his signature on top of that document, and then it made it a law. And before the president did that, these governors assembled themselves, they examined it, they discussed it, they came out with their own policies about it. Labor people also did the same thing. At the end of the day, it became a law. So any state governor who fails to implement the law is a lawbreaker, and it should be seen as it's a crime against the nation. So after their tenures, I mean, they should be arraigned for willfully breaking the law of the land. Because you see, when people just break the law of the land and they go away with it, they encourage others to do it. There had been sanctions, there had been consequences against those governors who did it in the past. Probably these current ones will not be doing the same thing. And then I can just imagine if it were to be severance allowances of their hangers on and themselves, it would have been approved before now. So I think it is not good. It's not good. A good compliment at all.
And this one is coming as a report of the Debt Management Office (DMO) says that the total debt stock of Nigerian state government rose to 4.27 trillion naira local debt. Despite a higher allocation they've been getting from the federation account, so they are struggling with their finances, owing a large chunk of debt. It has hit a record high of 11.47 trillion naira. What do you make of this in line with the inability to meet up with the implementation of the minimum wage?
I'm confused. The reason for the confusion is this. Yes, we have the rain falling, and we have the sun shining, and then the grass refuses to grow. Their allocation is increasing, and then debt profile is also increasing, and we don't see commensurate development in the respective states. So that is the problem. Now, the question one we now ask is, what are they doing with the money? Now, it is not bad to borrow money, but what are you borrowing the money for? What are you committing the money you borrowed to do? What are the benefits that the people in your state, the indigenous in your state, what are they benefiting from the money you have borrowed? So that is the question. No, we cannot continue to borrow money to be paid by generations of Nigerians that are yet to leave the terrain in celestial space over there. So, because just like somebody was saying, she said even her grandchildren are likely to pay this debt that these people are amassing. So I think if it is not a EFCC, if it is another body that will be querying these governors, what they do with the money. And I believe that when they get to the president, when they have this National Economic Committee, what are the things they do there? Do they query themselves? Do they examine themselves? Why they are having humongous debt profile like that? Because it is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. We are mounting humongous debt in the midst of plenty, and I don't know what they are doing with it.
All right, we can't but talk about PMS. It's a very important part now of our everyday papers review conversation. According to this from the Vanguard, banks creating 3.5 trillion naira loan for import. And despite the fact that there's been this conversation around the exclusivity of local production and supply that Dangote refinery should give, the marketers are insisting on importing the the product amidst all of that going on. And the bank is saying that they're about to create some more loan for import to meet up with the marketers and their demands. What's your take on this one? Are we fighting one side because we are fighting against monopoly, or there's so much gain going on the other side, and that's why, whether it's a monopoly situation or not, we still want to import?
Now, I don't blame the banks, because the system has created opportunity for them to take more money from the people, in order to punish the people the more, because the more you create credit facilities for all these importers, the more they increase what they import, the more the people pay. So you see, whether head or tail, it is the downtrodden masses that will suffer. So if the bank says, yes, we have created money for you to borrow, they will not borrow it for, they are not going to play Father Christmas. They are going to have more money, I mean, in terms of interest on the money given to these importers. And the importers will visit whatever the bank deducts from them on the final consumer of the product. However, when people talk about this monopoly, I just wonder, because Dangote did not just wake up in a day to say, okay, I want to have refinery. They gave him license as they gave it to others. They gave licenses to people, and he decided to build his own. Now we know that there are some modular refineries that are being built also. And when people accuse this man of a monopoly, I sincerely find it difficult to swim along with them, because if others who were given licenses when Dangote was given also had their own, we'll not be talking about monopoly. And if those who are building modular refineries are quickening their steps, we'll not be talking about monopoly. However, just as we have always been saying, there is something that is inherent in what is happening in the petroleum sector.
Because their argument is that if we import, it's going to be cheaper, and that Dangote is much more expensive.
Now, I want journalists to investigate why Dangote's product is very, very costly. I mean, there must be some factors that have been built up to lead Dangote to having high prices like that. I am very sure all those Judases who will say, yes, what is in it for me? Let me take my own. And as long as you take unholy monies from Dangote, he will build it up in the prices that people are going to pay. So this is what the journalists should help us to understand. I mean, unveil it and let us see what is really happening. I'm sure if Dangote himself will not talk, we will get some people in his system that will talk without their name being given to be mentioned. But we cannot just be scratching it in the surface as we are doing now. There is something that is built in, that is inherent in what is causing Dangote's price to be high. And then, of course, I don't blame those who say they want to import, because we cannot continue. We cannot have Dangote as a sucker, and the sucker is not coming. If sucker will come from outside, let it come. But what wants to make Dangote refinery to die, we must know. So journalists must help us.
But Mr. Femi, what about the economic implication of this, the loan, the 3.5 trillion naira loan that is about to be taken, and how it impacts other, because we're the ones that are still going to have to pay this money.
Yes.
And so that the loan is returned. So it comes back to the people.
Exactly. That was what I said up front. I've said it, that if the banks say that they have money to loan out to importers, yes, they are in business. They want to make more money, because out of every naira given out to those importers, you can imagine that that 1 naira will come back with interest, and the interest will be paid by those who have borrowed from bank, and what they pay to banks will be visited on the final consumers. So that means we have not gotten to the arena where we will say, yes, thank God we are having some succor. So that means downtrodden Nigerians don't have to say, yes, we are thanking God yet, because all this punishment is for them, not for the importers, and there is no punishment for the bankers who want to give money out. So I don't know. Just like some people will say talashe, who exactly have we offended in this country that the common man will always receive the heavy punishment from governance.
Okay, let's quickly go to the judiciary now. The Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice 𝐃𝐈𝐒, says Nigeria's judiciary she has a lot of upright, hardworking and knowledgeable people, but just a few bad eggs that are tarnishing the reputation of that institution. This is coming amid concerns that the judiciary is no longer the last hope of the common man. There are issues about the integrity of judges. There are issues concerning conflicting court judgment and what have you. And she says, look, regardless of all of that, it's just a few bad apples that are, tarnishing the image of the nation's judiciary.
Now, the Chief Justice of Nigeria should not sermonize. We don't need sermon. He has already identified the problem. And then what Nigerians expect of her is to tackle the problem seriously. Because if you say some bad apples, some bad eggs, those bad eggs can inflame this nation. They can ignite this nation. They can create commotion. They can sink this nation with their irresponsible judgments that they are delivering. Because I would not understand how two courts of equal status, equal judicial status, will be churning out conflicting judgments to set a state or some states on fire, and then we say some bad apples, some bad judges. Now, if we have some bad judges, those bad judges will rub on the integrity of all of them, and then we will say that yes, Nigerian judiciary is bad. So she has a job to do. Let her clean up her constituency and make sure that we have respect in this country. Her constituents are creating problems for us, and we cannot open our eyes and allow them to set this nation ablaze, because they are just irresponsibly churning out judgments that are making us uncomfortable in the country. So she has a job to do.
All right, let's quickly speak on the Ondo election that is forthcoming. I think that is November 16, 2024. And according to this, the Inspector General has banned Amotekun. Others, as 15,500 dog staff will be deployed, and there have been reports about whether or not INEC will allow or would permit that the result would be significant of what the people truly want. What's your take on this one, as regards the history and all of the things that have happened with the body?
I read it some time ago, and I remember that my good friend, John Njoku always says it, that it is not the people that vote that decide who rules them. It is the security operatives and INEC staff. They are the ones. So if INEC staff will say that yes, we are going to do our job as it should be done without being biased, then we will have good results.
Why do you think that Amotekun was banned though?
Now, well, they may the Inspector General of Police may think that because Amotekun belongs to the state, they may want to be obedient. They may want to have a soft spot towards the state, more especially the political party in government. They may want to do. They may think he may have thought like that. However, even the police itself has not given us good reason to believe that it is going to perform well. In the past elections they have taken part in, they have not given us the assurance that they are going to do well. So it is just like almost looking like a kettle calling a pot black. That is the way I'm seeing what the Inspector General of Police is doing now. Because in a situation where some people are tampering with sensitive election materials, falsifying results and all the rest, and then the police and other security agencies be looking elsewhere. How do we now pontificate Amotekun and others? So I think the Inspector General of Police should call him his boys to order and let them do the needful, so that we may have authentic results from that election.
All right, we have to go on another break. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Happiness is a choice that we want you to make always. Choose to be happy. Choose 32 FM 94.9 Ibadan.
Ìfẹ́ tí kò lábàwọ́n ni ìfẹ́ ìyá jẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí ohun tó dùn tó bíi Indomie alájẹpọnu lákọlọ. Nítorí náà, fi ìfẹ́ hàn pẹ̀lú Indomie.
Want more from your smartphone? Get ready for wow! With the Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus. With the sleek 6.8mm slim edge design and robust Titan Wing architecture, the Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus is built to be tough and feel great. Unleash the power of Google on Android. Search what you see with Google Lens. Get AI assistance in an instant with Google Gemini. Plus, crank up your sound with JBL powered speakers. Music never sounded better. So, what are you waiting for? Go get your Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus now at all authorized Infinix retail outlets. Infinix Hot 50 Pro Plus. Ultra slim, ultra durable.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer.
Air control to flight WT478. You are approaching restricted airspace. You are not cleared to land. I repeat, air control to flight WT478. This is restricted airspace. You are not cleared to land.
Air control. This is not a captain. This flight has been hijacked by the madmen. We have a bomb on board, and these are our demands.
Watch Hijack 93, now playing on Netflix with plans starting from 2,200 naira only.
Guys, let's go and get seats at that table with Semovita.
Sorry, this table is reserved for the bride's family.
Do you know who I am? I'm the older brother of the sister's last uncle who married their first cousin.
Everybody wants a seat at the Golden Penny Semovita table. Golden Penny Semovita remains my soup's first choice. It's made from premium wheat and fortified with vitamins and minerals to provide a wholesome bowl food that pairs well with Nigerian soups. Golden Penny Semovita, my soup's first choice.
Hey, here's a question for you. What gets you out of bed in the morning? Is it the sunrise? The sound of your alarm? No, it's that dream, that drive, that unstoppable force inside you. And you know what fuels that drive? It's starting your day strong with the rich, creamy taste of Nescafe Original 3-in-1, carefully crafted from selected coffee beans. So, whatever your hustle, go from maybe or I can't to I can and I will. Nescafe Original 3-in-1. Start strong, finish strong.
Ìfẹ́ tí kò lábàwọ́n ni ìfẹ́ ìyá jẹ́. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kò sí ohun tó dùn tó bíi Indomie alájẹpọnu lákọlọ. Nítorí náà, fi ìfẹ́ hàn pẹ̀lú Indomie.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate.
Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Ho, ho, ho!
I'm in love, Sonia tomato mix, stand
Easy to squeeze, easy to scoop, and easy to store.
Sonny and Tomato Mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Hey, here's a question for you. What gets you out of bed in the morning? Is it the sunrise? The sound of your alarm? No, it's that dream, that drive, that unstoppable force inside you. And you know what fuels that drive? It's starting your day strong with the rich, creamy taste of Nescafe Original 3-in-1, carefully crafted from selected coffee beans. So, whatever your hustle, go from maybe or I can't to I can and I will. Nescafe Original 3-in-1. Start strong, finish strong.
Darling, yes, you talk say you go see doctor. How you take go?
E not too clear for my eye. Doctor talk say my blood pressure be like small pikin.
That's one good.
Yes, because my BP dey always dey high. Him talk say if it be say something don't change for my life.
Wetin come change now?
The only thing we don't change na the Sterling One Bank app where I download the other day. My mind don't dey cool since I begin use One Bank.
How you take be?
See, I dey do plenty things for One Bank and they no dey give me wahala at all.
My husband, I know the kind wahala where your bank been they give you.
Hey, but all that one don't pass. So One Bank they settle all my wahala sharp, and I fit schedule all my payment and then go send them fiam.
Loans and investments them uncle.
One Bank
to transfer money uncle.
One Bank even safe to even change dollar to naira them not they waste time at all. It dey easy for One Bank. Transaction they go fast. You fit open account with your NIN or BVN, buy airtime and data, pay all your bills them, and even correct transaction when not go well. You no go work enter bank all now for inside One Bank app. See, you get many other things.
One Bank na peace of mind. Oh, hey, I dey download them now.
One Bank by Sterling is licensed by the CBN.
32 FM
94.9.
Thank you for staying tuned. We now open the phone line. So 705 5000 949 or 829 7000 949. You're tuned to the Break of Dawn Papers Review on 32 FM 94.9. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, do call us back. We're also live on our Facebook page. It's 32FM 949 Fenya.
Right,
Pick another call. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is John Olaruwaju. I'm calling from Aduwo. Now, first and foremost, on the issue of the CJN, Chief Justice Nigeria, 𝐂𝐿𝐒. According to our statement, to me, I think by now, Nigerians supposed to be seeing the necessary step that the CJ is supposed to be taking. For instance, look at the judgment that's going on in Rivers State and the Kano State. Even the Emir of Kano State even made statements concerning that issue. And I think that he's supposed to summon those judges to know what is going on. And if truly is going to have to be fair enough, I think he needs to discipline some judges in this country. Even we that we are laymen, that we don't know much about the constitution, we know that what the judgment that these people are throwing to Nigerians are not supposed to be so. So this is not supposed to be so as a judge. And therefore the election in those states, I think police to me, like the elder rightly said, I agree with him that even the police is like called the something black or whatever, like he rightly said. Yes, it is true. The police to me have not been fair enough about the election in this country because they are the major player in this election that is always going on. But they have not been doing well. Maybe we can see one or two developments in those states, but I doubt it. Thank you and good morning.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. We take a reaction on Facebook.
Tulokwademi says, morning, brilliant crew. INEC should allow the result of Ondo election to reflect the will of the people by giving all the political parties a level playing ground and not be partisan, because the brouhaha and bone of contention that followed the outcome of Edo election was not good at all, and it cannot be separated from the way and manner the election was conducted. Security agencies too should not allow themselves to be used against the people, because they are meant to serve the people, not few individuals.
So good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to look in that platform. OLORUNTOBA, 𝐿𝐒𝐿𝐒, you are saying is my name. You see what are we saying this morning? The more our foreign debt is getting, the more the life is retributed to the country's citizens. And APC government looking for the whole way to be winning election. Their target is the next is Ondo election now. They have nothing to do. They have done their fear. What they after is APC must win Ondo State gubernatorial election of those states. And some scholars they are saying that the way we are addressing our political officer that it is not done. Religion say we should regard our. Yes, I'm a Christian. Nobody can tell me. Moses was the first religion of Israelites. When Israelites are thirsty, they were crying and dying. They need water. They nearly stoned Moses and Aaron, and God chose the Aaron and Moses for them. Not that we have, when they are ruling us in the way that is miserable to our to our life, and we have to regard them. Yes, I know, but we have to lament when the land is miserable, because Israelites lament. They react to Moses and Aaron. They want to stone them to death. Moses ran to the Mount Sinai for the sake to go and ask God that what am I going to do? They want to stone me to death because there was no water. What are we saying this for? The government of the year must know what to do. They refuse to do what they want to do, and we have to agitate, and they are saying we should regard our leader. It's not done. That's the commission. Good morning, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Take some more reaction on Facebook.
Tulu Alashe Adetola says, unfortunately, the Nigerian system of government is corrupt, especially the oil sector that has been deregulated. And NPC is still regulating the fuel price. And the fuel pump price would have come down without the intervention of the NPC Limited in the oil sector, since the landing cost of fuel has come down. But it seems the APC is deriving pleasure from inflicting hardship on the commoners. May God have mercy.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Mario calling from.
Okay, there's something wrong with the line. Maybe you can quickly call us back. Omadi Adekunle says the Ondo election will determine whether people have learned their lessons from APC administration that is causing more hardship in the land. It's time for us to go. Thank you so much, Mr. Femi Olukunle, for your analysis this morning. And you want to stay tuned to 32 FM and, of course, join us tomorrow on the Breakdown Papers Review from 6:30 a.m. to 7:15. I am at DENIKE at Dimoago.
And I am OLORUNTOBA. Yusuf, the Smart Kid shows up next.